Hey peeps, we're back again, and yeah, we have aloe vera. So this is mine, but it's not mine. I gave two babies, this one and this one, 2 years ago to a work client, and yeah, this is what it's done over those 2 years. As you can see, there's a bit of flattening in places and a lot of black spots. Now, it's it's basically a combination of a little bit of over and under watering. She kind of drenches it and then it sits for a while and then it doesn't get water for a while and then she drenches it. And yeah, this is basically the result of that rough treatment. I mean, they've not done badly. They just they look a little bit ugly, but ultimately they're very beautiful. And when I gave them to her, they were let's see. You can't really see it, but when I take it out, I'll show you. Because I'm going to unpop this guy for you to see, because as you can see, it's high time for a new pot and a little bit of a tidy up. Maybe we'll trim off some of these bad spots on the leaves, and we'll declutter the pot a little bit. And I've got a nice, beautiful, larger terracotta one for them to go into. So I'm going to have to flip the camera around because, yeah, I can't do this one-handed. So, yeah, we'll get started and you can have a look at these aloe vera with me. So, yeah. Alrighty, so, here's a view of it now that I can show you. It's very impressive, huh? Huge. It's just completely coming out of the pot. There's like a buttload of pups. So we'll take a proper look and we'll have a population count. So bear in mind, when I gave this 2 years ago, this was 2 small pups. And this pot I thought it's in, so this is the original pot. This is how I gave it. It's just grown a little bit. So oh God, how do I do this? If we lay it on its side, it's not pot bound. So, if I can get my hand. There we go, it's just coming out. Don't bury them too deep in the pot. Oh God, it's soaking wet. Oh, damn, Vivian. Okay, so this is, oh, everything's coming apart. This is everything we've got to work with. So we have one. It's quite pretty. That's one. So they were about this size when I gave them. So two like that. Oh wow, this is one of the original ones. So this is 2 years ago, 2 years of growth. It's quite impressive. So that's 3. Oh. 4. Wow, this is the other original one. 5. See here, roots really aren't that impressive, just still there. 6, 7, 8, 9, they're all so loose, 9, 10, yeah, so there was 10 orchids in that pot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my trusty scissors and I'm going to start removing the lower leaves and tidying this up like this. And obviously what we do is we let them, you can let them callus over, or you can just pop them in. But it's fresh soil, it's not going to be very wet, so I'm just going to pop them in because one, I'm impatient, and two, it's never really done them any harm if I'm completely honest. Yeah, I usually plant and pray and it works out, so okay, so that's nice and tidy. This one here. The babies are actually kind of impressive. So maybe she'd like to give some of these as gifts or something. I don't know. But I've told her to let me know, and then I know what to do with all these babies that are over. As you can see, it's quite easy. Doesn't take all that long. They're very easy plants as well. And even neglected, as you can see here, they look a little bit battered, but they're right. They're right. Their roots are still good, they're pretty healthy, so once I get them into the new pot, it's a terracotta one, I've got some clay pebbles, I've got some ceramis, I'll give her the watering instructions and how to check when it needs water test kind of thing, which is, in case you don't know, with succulents, or with some plants in general actually, there's the little dip test you can do. So if you put your finger up to your first knuckle into the soil and it's completely powdery, dry, it doesn't stick with your finger at all, then yeah, you can give it some water. But if it's like sticky or moist, then you can leave it alone. It doesn't need water, it's still cool. So that's the best way to judge and avoid overwatering. And it doesn't take long or require any special equipment or monitors, all that jazz. Oh, this is a beautiful one. I'm just going to take off this leaf there so it's a bit more right. Take off these damaged bits here. And what I'm going to do is, once it's time to put these in the pot, I'll show you how I'm going to put the new medium in and what I'm going to do with that. Let's take these bottom leaves off as well. I'm sorry I can't get a better camera angle on this. I don't have a tripod, I actually use a selfie stick, or I record one-handed, so yeah, I'm trying my best. So I think you can see all that. So just taking off the old bottom leaves. I think I'm going to stick this one back. Oh, it's such a shame. space over there. Almost done though. That's that guy done. And okay, so I'm gonna flip the camera back round and we can do the pot. So, ta-da! So after a lot of filling, and I put some Ceramis, I put some of these clay pebbles in there as well, so that's a good mix and drainage in a terracotta pot, so it will help dry out, because it is, you see here, this is the soil from the old pot. It's very wet and it doesn't look very very healthy at all. Yuck. It's so overwatered. So hopefully that helps with that problem. I'm going to give her proper instructions on how to take care of it, which is obviously water well, but then allowed to dry. So I would say maybe once every 2 weeks, if that. But how you test is, like I said, you get your finger and you put it into the first knuckle. And as you can see here, it's wet, it's sticky. If you feel moisture, if you have some sticking to your finger like that, don't give it water. But if it's dry, it's powdery and your finger comes out clean, then give it a good dose of water until it runs to the tray. Empty the tray, because it's never a good idea to leave your plant standing in water. It will rot the roots. So that's basically it for the basic care for aloe vera. I'm just going to move him outside now, so I can get a prettier shot of him for you. So yeah, that's the repotting all done. I'm quite pleased with it. And here it is, all potted up. Doesn't it look pretty? I thought I'd bring it outside so you get some better look at it with the light and stuff. But wow. So I've put all 10 back in there. Trimmed back all the icky black spots and the shriveled bits. It's in a much larger terracotta pot now. There's some clay beads in there, mixed with Ceramis and some cactus and succulent mix. It's buried up to the bottom leaves there, so it's got plenty of space to grow. And hopefully it will put out some nice new growth and look even more awesome. So I'm going to return this to my client in a couple of weeks when I see her again. And hopefully she's going to be filled with her new pretty looking repotted aloe vera. It certainly looks a lot more attractive than it did when I brought it home, but yeah. Anyway guys, as always, thanks for watching. It's much appreciated that you do. Much love, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.